hip hop,
Yeah.
hip hop, hip
Bars is back.
hip hop,
Sam
hip
and
hop,
oh God,
hop.
what's
Hip
up with you?
Cast.
Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip hop uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving Sam and riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest.
And that's why I said most people that they tell you not to like, those are the people you should take a second look at. I'm not gonna tell you to like them, but
Yeah.
just take a second look at them.
Well said.
I got a two-part question. First, the Charlamagne, the article came out the other day that he was trying to get that case that he had in South Carolina dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that? What's your thoughts on that? Whatever happened with Jessica Reid? I think you did an interview with her.
Yeah, Jessica Reid, she did something. She did something with what's her name? God dog it.
Not Tasha K.
Tasha K. Yeah, she
Okay,
did an
okay.
interview with Tasha K. She has stuff going on with Tasha K. She, of course, she's supposed to. She trusts a black woman, and so they want to get traction around the situation with Charlamagne Tha God, because this young lady was, from my knowledge, she was a minor, and she wasn't able to make. Oh shit!
What?
Stage. Okay, there it is. Somebody threw me backstage. Okay, but now that she's an adult woman, from what I heard her say, she just wants to see him off the radio so she don't have to relive what she feels that she relived. I know the technical stuff is that it was a lesser charge and all this other stuff, but if that young lady is right about what she's saying,
Mm-hmm.
and we are literally watching people turn the other way, like I said they would do, if that person is valuable and making money for a greater cause. And Charlamagne Tha God makes money for a lot of people. And who is one little black girl to the people that he makes money for? They're only going to attack the people if they're not making no money. And that's my opinion.
Right.
Because this young lady has her mother and everybody surrounding this situation knows what happened. But because of one technicality, allegedly, this young man is walking free. And not only is he free, he's able to be a part. This guy was a part of the R. Kelly documentary. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
With an allegation like that, that would cancel anybody else. That would at least make you not be able to be a part of this. He was able to be a part of the R. Kelly documentary with an allegation like that on him. You can look up a court document where he pled to a lesser charge. So there's some smoke there.
Right. Now, when you guys were going through it, did you get a cease and desist or anything from him, or anything happened?
I never got it. He said he sent it, but I never got it. I wasn't gonna pay attention to that anyway, because I never spoke your name, and you brought up my father, you brought up my sister, you brought up my brother, and you did that on a syndicated radio station with millions of subscribers. What did I do to you to make you make that first move?
Yeah.
So go on with your move and sue me, and then we're gonna have a field day with you.
Right. And then they offer you to come into the Breakfast Club too?
They offered me to come this is a peculiar thing about some of these elite shows, is that they disrespect you first, and then they want you to come and respect them and come sit down and talk. Okay. I was offered to box Matt Barnes at a studio via email and then do an interview after. I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm going to knock you out and then we're going to do an interview? Like, that's not going to happen. Like, This don't even make sense. Like, you guys have been in this bad boys club for so long, you don't know how to be respectful to grown men. They don't know how to greet a man with respect because he can kill you. And I look at every man, I don't care how tall you are. You could be 5'1", you could be 7'8". Mm-hmm. You're a potential killer to me.
Yeah.
And if you disrespect certain men in a certain way, that could be the end of your life. So I don't make it my business running around disrespecting men. I don't pretend like just because I got some sort of money or status that's going to make me somehow protected. And it never works out that way. The guys who get that ego in their system and they think that that's what makes them manly by having a bunch of dudes that protect them, they never are protected. So I don't understand the way our men are moving now. I just think we're moving with a feminine energy.
Well said. I want to get your thoughts on, and I don't think I saw it. Jonathan Majors. Now, a couple months ago, this brother was on top of the world. You talk about Ant-Man, you talk about Creed. He had Devotion out. He's talking about doing this, not Sam Cooke, Otis Redding documentary. Brother's on fire, right? He comes out with the Ebony shoot. We have some criticism toward that because it seemed like it kind of made him a lot less manly. I'll put it that way. And then the allegations come out, and his whole world shifts and turns around. None of it being proven, all alleged right now. Now he's losing sponsors. He's losing movie deals. He may lose Ant-Man bags out left and right. His brother's losing. You know what I mean? So what do you think about the whole Jonathan Majors situation the last 3 or 4 months? How he was on top and how he just kind of just went down of a blink of an eye all through an allegation.
In my opinion, he thought he could tiptoe and play with the situation at hand. A lot of these heterosexual men are now starting to do things that teeter on the fence of homosexuality because they want to appease a crowd that they know has a lot of money. But my cousin is gay. My cousin, you can go look him up. He's the real super bitch on the internet. That's my first cousin. Super gay, super like whatever. And he's still a man though. He'll whoop your ass. He'll fight your head up. He believes in masculinity. He's a man. He understands those values. So I have no problem with gay people at all. That's my first cousin. But a lot of these men are trying to find an easy passage, and then that group play for keeps. You can't be dressed up like he was dressed up. And then the first thing I thought was, what did he say no to?
Damn.
Because if you look at the way the industry worked, I said no to a DJ Vlad interview, and look at what has been going on. There's been a lot of behind the scenes situations with. I found out that YouTubers, large YouTubers, actually have partnerships with YouTube, and they can actually control other pages. And so I came to YouTube by storm, and that didn't make a lot of people happy. You know, I allowed a lot of people to use my content, make money off my content. There was people that was making $20,000 a month by just uploading a video that I uploaded.
Yep, that's a fact.
And so a lot of people don't like that. And the only reason why I did that is because I wanted to show people how they monopolize black males, show them the power of a black male. There's so many black males that change their whole trajectory of their family, but they give the credit to a woman. They tried to give the credit to my mother. My mother wouldn't accept the responsibility of that credit because she knew the grind that I took. She knew that I was the one sitting out on that porch from 5 to 5:30 so that I can go get a check that give it to her. So when you have a young man, as a woman, when you have a young man that's showing that type of dedication, don't take the credit for it. You know, let them see your son as the great, excellent king that he is, that no matter the situation, you instilled in this boy values that he's going to exemplify to the world. And a lot of women are walking with ego. They take the credit away from their boys, but they raise their daughters tough. A lot of women are way tougher than men because women, they really prepare their daughters for life. They tell them everything. The boys, they're being coddled. They're getting free shoes. They're getting free PlayStations. I don't give my son shit. You're not going to get no PlayStation unless you go do something for it.
Word.
That PlayStation is almost $400. Now, I know where you can get $400. Do you want to know? If you don't, then you ain't getting no PlayStation. And I was raised up under those values, but me being a celebrity, I'm just supposed to go get it because I'm his daddy. And I just won't succumb to those social constructs. In order to raise a man, he has to have tests. You can't just call him a protector if he can't fight. What the fuck is he gonna protect? I'm a protector. Like,
right.
No, did you go to boxing? Did you do your rounds in sparring? Did you roll on the mat? What did you do to be this thing called a protector?
Right.
And a lot of these men, when you peel back the onion, they've done nothing but listen to a women tell them what they are.
I wanted to ask you this. I've seen LeVar Ball talking. I think this is right after his son just made an announcement that he has a child coming in. Congratulations to that family.
No,
but he would say, he said that like NBA, he particularly talked about NBA stars, but I want to talk about athletes in general. You walk into the NBA, you're a single man, right? You don't have a woman that's been through the grind, watched you struggle, watched you grind to get to this, to understand and appreciate the work you put in. Automatically see dollar signs. He said NBA athletes will never find real women. They will only find hoes once they get to that point. Can athletes walk into a situation where they come up with this abundance of income and find real love after they get into that situation?
Yeah, I agree with him to a certain aspect, but I disagree with him because his son was looking in the place that everybody else was looking in. Everybody's fishing in the same pond on Instagram.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, you've seen this woman's track record. That was a father that was lashing out at a son who made a bad decision. And that same son has made a couple of bad decisions. As you can see, he had to get the president to pardon him from some things that he did, or stealing some things he did overseas, allegedly.
Yeah.
And so when you have a son that make bad decisions like that, we all know how this is going to end. Had he been at a coffee shop, and this is where I fault the athletes. They don't know how to use their gift of gab. You can't meet women at the club and the strip club and all this and thinking you're going to meet a person of your dreams.
Right.
Why are you not at a coffee shop where you can engage a woman back and forth, where you can understand where she's trying to go in life? What are her goals, her dreams? And then you can understand if that's a deal that you're willing to accept. Most athletes, most rappers, they only talking to girls at the club. You can't talk to them. You can't hear nothing but the music. All you trying to do is make sure she have enough fun so y'all can go back and have fun.
And get working. Yep, you know.
Yeah, and when the fun is over, reality hit.
Yeah.
Now that reality hit, and then we're so toxic at how we mate with each other. By the time reality hit, a baby's here.
Dang.
Now you done did all this fun with a stranger. You got a baby, and then you want marriage results out of this stupid shit. It's not going to work that way. So once I changed my person, places, and things, and where I decided to meet women at, I met a different quality of woman. Does that mean that they're perfect? No. But does that mean that they can take care? Most of these women can't even take care of themselves. And I'm not coming at women. Most men can't either. So no matter the degree, I found a lot of educated broke women. And I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to come at women at all, but I know a lot of overworked PhD women that are Sally Mae BMW payments, $3,000 or $3,500 house payments, and everything gone. Yeah. So I can see how society puts pressure on women, either A, to get married, or B, be the most successful workhorse you can be. So to me, if a woman doesn't get married, she just goes out and work the shit out of herself, and then she'll place that over a husband. And that's not real success. Like, no matter how much money I've made, when I'm lonely or when I'm single, I never feel complete. You can only feel complete with a companion. Now, whether that's through marriage or whether that's through a long-term girlfriend, whatever deal that you make, you're not made here to be alone. So the people that's telling you they good by themselves, they lying like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
For sure.
That's a fact. We appreciate you, Kwame Brown, on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We got a few more minutes left, and before we get up out of here, brother, I would love for you to promote anything you got going on, promote your YouTube platform, or anything else you would like to add. The floor is yours. Do you think?
Man, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm a bust. They finally got me. I just want Gilbert Arenas to know they took everything from me. I'm broke, and just leave me alone, man. You know, I'm happy with the labels. Nah, let me stop. I got a docu-series coming out. We're going to be casting for that. We're going to turn it into a book as well. I'm buying a boat so I can get on the water. I'm a Pisces, so I can stay away. My Patreon, I would blast my Patreon off, but it was taken down, so I got to figure that out. But make sure y'all sub up to my backup channel, Kwame Brown Bust Life 2.0. And then my main channel is Kwame Brown Bust Life. If y'all didn't notice, I have people coming at me all the time asking me, do I still do YouTube? Because they think that my YouTube page is over.
Yeah.
Because they get no notifications at all. So this thing called the algorithm is a real thing. And once they take you out of it, they have to like type in your name manually.
Yeah.
And they know most people are not going to do that. So, but I appreciate you guys for giving me the platform, man. And I'm going to keep most of the stuff I'm doing a little bit quiet because I want it to be a surprise. But I'm proud of the docuseries that we got coming out. I'm proud of the book that we got coming out. I'm also proud that we're taking down over 200 places that have been selling Bus Life and Mama's Cooking merch throughout Amazon, TikTok. I'm supposed to be a bus. But
Tell us more about that. That's crazy.
Everything that I've said on YouTube, people have been filing what's called an intent to use. So my Mama's Cooking, when I tried to go get the trademark, I got it now. But when I first initially went to get the trademark, this is how the trickery of the media works. I'm one little old bus that they'll tell you out in public I'm a bus, but everybody's selling everything that's surrounding my name. They're monopolizing my name. I had to fight to get Mama's Cooking back. Had to fight to get Bus Life back. They're selling hats. They're selling cups. They're selling mugs. They're selling pins. They're selling everything. It was the most bankable thing in the world because women are the key ingredient to raise strong children. If you have a woman that's doing what she has to do to put her kids first, those are going to be the most successful kids you're going to find.
Right.
And if you have a man there to assist with the protection and the things of that nature and making sure it's a solid unit, these are the most successful kids. And it's no doubt about it. Even with all the success that I had, some of the things that I made mistakes on was because I didn't know how to deal from a manly perspective when I was young. Because yes, I had a man around me teaching me how to work, teaching me to do certain things, but that was only temporary. There wasn't a man in my house consistently because my father was in prison. So some situations that men act out on, they're not acting in a manly spirit. They're just acting out of emotions. So what they think is tough is not really tough. It's just you tripping. And so once I realized that, and it's just everything about my life slowed down once I started realizing that, you may need to go to counseling. You may need to change up the way you think, and don't be apologetic about your feelings and the way you think. Most Black men, we're afraid to say what it is that we think. If you look at the white guys, they say whatever. Look at the top chef, Gordon Ramsay. He says whatever. Yeah. Look at Conor McGregor. He says whatever. Any Black man that say whatever, they tell him be humble. Stop saying that. And I tell Black men to do the opposite. Say whatever the hell you want to say.